blood, honor, fear. These words are law for the 10 most dangerous Asian gangs. With roots that delve deep into the continent's rich history, these organizations don't just break the rules, they write them. Join us as we unravel the dark mysteries and chilling realities of the 10 most dangerous Asian gangs. Number 10. Red WA, Thailand. In the thick woods of the Golden Triangle, where Thailand, Myanmar, and Laos meet, there's a group called the Red Wa Gang. They're famous for dealing in opium. These folks started as rebels, but have become big-time drug dealers. This area is tricky because it's not really under any country's full control, which helps the Red Way carry out their shady business without getting caught. They've gone from being just a militant group to one of the most feared drug gangs in Asia, which shows how easily they can change their strategies and become threats. They control a lot of the opium business in this area, using scare tactics, violence, and the complicated political situation of the region to keep their drug operations going. Sadly, they leave a lot of harm and destruction behind them. Number 9. Preman, Indonesia. In Indonesia, there's a different type of scary group called the Preman. The name Preman comes from the word freeman, and these guys are a mix of street gangs and sort of political enforcers. They're not like other criminal groups with complex plans. Instead, they're frightening because they're wild and unpredictable on the streets. The Preman are known for their harsh tactics, forcing people to pay them money, running extortion schemes, and acting like hired tough guys during times of politics. They're a wild card in the way Indonesia works socially and politically. They're not afraid to get violent in public, which brings a level of chaos to their actions, making them a problem for stability in Indonesia, which is the biggest economy in Southeast Asia. Number 8. Bahala Na Gang, Philippines. The Bahala Na Gang in the Philippines is a whole different story. Their name means come what may, which really captures their carefree and daring attitude. They came into existence after World War II, and they're not just your average street criminals. With their distinct tattoos and bonds formed in prison, they represent a kind of tough survival spirit in a place where life can be really unfair. These guys are involved in all sorts of crimes, from dealing drugs to taking people out for money, and their power isn't just locked up behind bars. They're a big deal on the streets too. What makes them even more notorious is the way they don't shy away from brutal violence and how they're all in, no matter what, when it comes to their gang. This all adds up to them being a significant and scary part of the criminal scene in the Philippines. Number 7. Kaekang Pai, South Korea. South Korea is known for its shiny, modern tech scene and pop culture. But beneath that, there's a darker side, partly because of criminal groups known as the Kaekang Pai. Unlike the Yakuza in Japan, these gangs don't have formal rituals, but they're still a big part of South Korean life. They're involved in all sorts of illegal stuff, from sneaking their way into the entertainment business to running major, illegal gambling operations. What makes them so dangerous isn't just their violent behavior, but the way they've managed to creep into normal, everyday business and society. Because the Kang Pai are so good at blending criminal activity with legitimate business, they're a sneaky and serious problem. They're a real challenge for the police and a threat to the safety and security of South Korea. Number 6. Soylamız Gang, Turkey. Turkey has a special spot in the world where the East meets the West, and this is reflected in the actions of a crime group known as the Soylamız Gang. This gang is known for being involved in all sorts of serious crimes, from murder and robbery to organized crime rackets. While they're mainly active in Turkey, there are hints that they have ties in other parts of Eurasia too. What makes this gang especially concerning isn't just the crimes they commit, it's their rumored links with some corrupt officials. These connections suggest that their influence goes beyond common street crimes, reaching into the higher levels of power and society. This relationship with corrupt power players means they're not just a regular criminal gang. They're a group with the potential to manipulate systems and create bigger problems, making them a serious threat in Turkey, and possibly beyond. Number 5. Gang 04, Malaysia. Gang 04 in Malaysia, which grew from the well-known 004 triad, is both mysterious and extremely violent. Members often have tattoos of numbers, showing their deep commitment to a group that demands intense initiation ceremonies and absolute loyalty. This gang is known for some pretty heavy criminal activities. They extort money, deal in drugs, and are even hired for assassinations. One of the scariest things about Gang 04 is the way they mark their victims and territories without drawing attention. Sort of like silent but deadly shadows. Their criminal actions have a far-reaching impact, affecting more than just the people and areas they target directly. Number 4. D Company, India. D Company, led by the notorious Dawood Ibrahim, goes beyond what you'd think of as a typical gang. It's a complex criminal network with its roots in Mumbai, India's bustling metropolis, but its activities spread far and wide, involving everything from illegal trading to funding projects in Bollywood, India's huge film industry. What sets D Company apart and marks its members as particularly threatening is their role in planning and carrying out terror attacks, along with their ongoing participation in violent crimes in the city. They're not just street thugs. They operate with a level of organization and a structure that's almost like a big corporation, which shows just how advanced organized crime has become in the 21st century. Their well-established network and systematic way of operating make them a significant and sophisticated threat, not just in India, but potentially on an international scale. Number 3. Bamboo Union, Taiwan. The Bamboo Union Gang, hailing from Taiwan, raises the bar for what organized crime can look like. Recognizable by their dragon tattoos, this gang respects old traditions, but is also unapologetically harsh and brutal. Their criminal reach is broad, involving everything from trafficking people to smuggling drugs across borders. What really makes the Bamboo Union stand out is how they've built strategic relationships with other criminal groups all over the world. They're not just a problem for Taiwan. Their connections and activities position them as a major player on the global crime scene. These international ties, combined with their range of criminal activities, mean the Bamboo Union isn't just a local concern. They're a powerful and dangerous group with the ability to operate and cause harm on a global scale. Number 2. Triads, China. China's triads are an old-school criminal group with a modern twist. They've been around for ages and are now an international network, known for their complex ceremonies, promises of loyalty, and the use of intimidating dragon symbols. The triads exist in a space where it's hard to separate legend from the truth. Their criminal actions vary widely. They're into things like blackmail, trafficking people, and making fake goods. But what makes the triads especially dangerous is how deeply they've embedded themselves in Chinese communities worldwide. They keep a mix of fear and respect among these communities, which keeps their power strong both inside and outside China. This deep connection with global Chinese communities means the triads aren't just a local problem. They're a far-reaching organization that uses a combination of community ties, tradition, and criminal activities to maintain influence and power on an international level, reflecting the complex and hidden nature of modern organized crime. Number 1. Yakuza, Japan. The Yakuza, Japan's famous crime syndicates, are often seen as the ultimate example of the dangerous yet intriguing world of organized crime. Their history is rich and complex, almost like something out of an old-time story of knights and samurais. And they're known for their strict rules and highly organized structure, almost like a traditional company. The crimes they're involved in cover a wide range, from running illegal gambling spots to intimidating and extorting businesses, and they do it all with a unique style. Think full-body tattoos and the notorious ritual of cutting off finger joints as a form of penance or apology. But even though the Japanese government has been trying harder and harder to crack down on them, the Yakuza have managed to maintain a powerful hold on the country's underworld. This shows just how deeply they've woven themselves into the fabric of Japan, leaving a lasting impact on the country's darker history. Their ability to adapt and survive, all while keeping to their traditions, marks them out as an enduring and influential force in the world of organized crime. We've highlighted some of the most notorious Asian gangs known to date. If you believe there are other Asian gangs that warrant mention on this list, we invite you to share your thoughts with us in the comments section below.